Vibe Show 97 point fit. Y'all already know the vibes. Hope everybody having a super blessed weekend. We are back here again, yet with another exclusive. Always bringing y'all the dopest interviews. Y'all already know that already. Hope everybody again having a blessed weekend. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked in. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Let's go.
That's what I swear this beat got me in this bitch feeling good. That's what I swear this beat got me in this bitch feeling good. That's what I swear this beat got me in this bitch feeling good. That's what I swear this beat got me in this bitch feeling good. That's what I swear this beat got me in this bitch feeling good. That's what I swear this beat got me in this bitch feeling good.
This shit feels so good to me. I swear it feels so good to me. I mean, float on, float on, float on. This shit feels so good to me. I swear it feels so good to me.
Vibe Show 97.9. Welcome to the show. And tonight we have a amazing guest joining us on the show tonight. I'm talking about recording artist, singer, songwriter, and Billboard feature. Listen, this queen here is amazing. I'm talking about the one and only EVA CONSTANCE.
Hi.
What's
Hello.
up, E?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? How you feeling?
Good. Pretty good, pretty good. A lot of good stuff going on so far.
Well, absolutely a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, you've been doing amazing things, and you're super talented, might I add. I'm just excited about this. So for me and the Vibe team, we want to thank you and welcome you to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. We had to have you on here. I thought that, it was amazing. And I'm thankful by being introduced to your brand, the way I was introduced to it. It's amazing how this internet thing works, how people just come together and you meet interesting people, and then it becomes this amazing experience. So I'm happy that I was able to be introduced to your brand and everything that you have going on, which you have a lot going on. So let's see, because there's so many things I want to talk to you about. Because like I say, you wear multiple hats, and you're talented in so many different areas. Now you're living in South Florida right now, right?
Yes, that is correct.
But you're from Hartford, Connecticut?
Yes. Yep. I am from Hartford, Connecticut, born and raised.
Now let's talk about let's go back to Hartford. Or we would say that that's where things all began. That with being a singer, songwriter, and wanting to go into the entertainment business, is it safe to say that there were more a family member or someone like that was an influence or inspiration to you to want to actually get into the entertainment business, or what inspired you to want to be a singer-songwriter?
Well, my grandmother is in church, and they have choirs, and she put me in there. And I actually didn't like it at first, to be honest.
Really?
Started going, yeah, big time. So it's kind of ironic that it's happening the opposite way now. But besides that, my dad actually does his little freestyle raps every once in a while, and I think that's kind of where it started.
Wait. You said dad is doing freestyle raps. You didn't tell me. I didn't know that.
He doesn't do it publicly. It's kind of more like a family thing. But that's definitely where some of that spun from. Yeah. Nobody really knows that, but yeah.
Ah, so you just dropped the gem. See, I tell people all the time, you know, we have a way of getting this exclusive info on the Vibe Show, and there it is again, right there. It happened. You know what I mean? That's dope, though. You know, Dad, you know, do his little behind the scenes freestyle reps, and so you know, we definitely want to give Dad his props for being a part of the inspiration of what we're seeing today. So shout out to Pops for definitely inspiring, being part of the inspiration. You know, I think that's super dope. But you know, now you've taken it a step farther and took it to another level with actually wanting to pursue, you know, being a singer songwriter and being an artist as a career, and that's not always easy. Can we talk about tell me some of the difficulties that, you know, because I know like once you actually start trying to get into it, you know, it's always a dream and you know, we see a lot of things or whatever, but then when you actually start doing it, you realize that, you know, it's not as easy as, you know, it looks. So can we talk about some of the challenges that you may have faced upon wanting to take this as a serious career?
Well, starting from, I would say, elementary school, as I said, I was born in Hartford, Connecticut, and I got into the music thing very early, and I started doing that in school, like going into plays and doing theater and doing as much as I can possibly in the arts area. And at an early age, no one really told me or explained to me that there's a lot more that goes into it than just, you know, singing something.
Right.
You know, there's actually a lot of techniques. There's pitch, there's arrangement, there's harmony, and there's a lot of things under that I had no idea about until probably 3 years ago. And that brought me down a road because I didn't know a lot of that stuff. It really made things very hard for me as a child.
Right.
I went through a lot of bullying. And
wait. You went through bullying? No, we gotta talk about that. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, you're beautiful. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what were they bullying you about?
There was a lot of different things, but they just didn't like the way my personality was. Like I always had this outgoing personality that would kind of take over a lot of things, kind of take from other people, which I didn't realize at the time. So that could have been one thing.
Right.
There's just a lot of other things. You're never actually going to know why someone doesn't like you until they tell you. And they never told me, so I don't really know. Yeah.
That's understandable. You know, kids can be a nightmare at times, you know, and you know, you don't realize how that type of stuff affects other people, you know, when the bullying is going on or whatever, till later on down the line or whatever. Yeah. So you made it through the bullying. Let's keep on.
The bullying went from elementary to middle school. Now in middle school, I ended up gaining a really good friend who was well known in school, and they kind of kept me away from the whole bullying thing for a while, which was very grateful for that. But you know, that's just one little thing. Kind of sad to say he's not here anymore. Something tragic happened to him a while back, but I was really grateful for him for helping me to get through that. And then I hit high school, and high school was a totally different ball game. Right. I wasn't bullied at all. So I totally went past the whole bullying stage, and I was actually really, really happy. I actually felt like I fit in, and I had friends, and you know, but over time, I kind of lost my circle of friends in high school also. And I think that's partly because I was so much into my craft as far as writing goes. I wrote all the time, all the time. I would be in class and I would have a melody pop in my head, and all of a sudden I put lyrics to it, and I'm like, I have to write this down. So I'd always have paper with me, and I would write it down. I wouldn't even be paying attention in class half the time because there's always something popping in my head, and I'm like, this is so good, I have to write it down. And yeah, that's what I did for a lot of my high school years. And by the end of graduation, I probably had maybe 2 friends. You know, I kind of secluded myself, but I didn't have that many friends in high school to say that I had a huge amount of friends, you know, that I had home away from. So it wasn't that big of a difference for me because I was already used to not having that many friends. Anyways, I'm such a loner.
You say she's such a loner. You know, a lot of artists, a lot of creatives, you know, usually be in that space or whatever, because it seems like, you know, people who are not creators or whatever, you know, it's kind of hard for them to understand the creative process and the space that you be in as a creator, you know, because like you said, you know, you always got song ideas and different things coming in your mind or whatever, and it's just you know, I definitely can connect with that because, you know, me being an artist at one point in my life as well, I was in that space as well, to where, you know, like you said, you'll find yourself writing on anything that you can possibly write on.
Yes.
Write that idea down, you know, program bags of paper, receipts, all type of stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? Capture that idea. So I definitely could connect with that. So now with going through that experience in high school, you would say that that's where the artistry strengthened for you at that point, to where, you know, the desire began to grow stronger. Talk to me about, you know, the first time you ever actually recorded a song, though, and what was that experience like for you, actually hearing yourself for the first time being recorded? Like,
the first time I recorded a track was actually when I was attending a church in Connecticut. They would have a bus that picks up kids from their homes and bring them to the church, I think on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday nights, and they would have various services. And sometimes they used to have this duo that kind of, I guess, collaborated with the church, and they were like a gospel duo, and they were rappers. Yeah, so I kind of got into their little circle. I don't really remember how, but once I did get their circle, that was the very first time that I actually laid down a track, was with them. And I'm so grateful for them because it taught me a lot of things. And they're still around now.
Oh, really?
So,
well, shout out to them as well for being a part of this, the process, creative process for you. Now, you know, it takes a certain type of mentality when being an artist, because you know, have to have that fearlessness and, you know, not be afraid to be in front of audiences and performing in front of people, and a whole bunch of different layers that go into being an artist or whatever. Now I'm trying to connect it with you. You said that you were outgoing, which I definitely can feel that vibration. But having a level of comfortability performing in front of other people, something that you put together, what if it don't get received well? You know, all of these thoughts go in an artist's mind. Can we talk about that experience for you, actually putting music in front of an audience?
Yeah. I did a lot of performances as a kid. Not professionally, I'm going to put that out there. It was not professionally. I don't even think I was developed at the time. But when I did do that stuff, it did give me a lot of, I guess, forefront as far as what to expect when you are in front of an audience, how to work an audience. And I went through a lot of different phases as far as trying to get my nerves together, because honestly, I still do get a little nervous. It's not as bad now, but as a kid growing up, middle school, even high school, I was a nervous wreck. Like in middle school, there was a couple of friends of mine that had heard that I like to sing. And they brought like a whole bunch of other kids over, and they're like, okay, let's hear you sing something. And I kid you not, it took me like 30 minutes to sing a line. And it was because I would do this. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go now. And they'll be like, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm really going to go now. I promise. And I would do that for like 20 minutes. It was a big hurdle to kind of manage. And I've gotten to the point now where I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't matter what other people have to say. You came here to do something. Do it. You love it. Do it.
Right.
You know? And also, as far as like technique and stuff goes, like things like that, now it's like I make sure that I get that in order before I do something as good like a show, you know, because that's really important. I didn't know that beforehand, you know. So,
that part of it is definitely a significant part of you know, the art and being an artist or whatever. So, you know, that's interesting hearing you have to overcome that hurdle as well. Now, you spoke on learning the importance of other layers that actually goes into, you know, being an artist and performance and things of that nature. How important is it though for you as far as you know, stage presence and being able to actually, you know, go out there and actually put on a performance and not just be on stage singing a song?
Well, the one thing that you should do when you get on stage is connect with the audience. The audience came there for you, and even if they didn't, they will remember you if you give stage presence. You connect with the audience. You give them entertainment. That's what a stage is meant for, entertainment. So you can't just go up on stage and stand there and sing something. I mean, you got to give something. Because people are just going to stare at you. You know, there's okay, so talent, yes. You know, you can stand there and you can have a really great voice. But if you don't hone the audience and you don't pull them in, then you're just a singer. You're just a singer who's just standing there. You know what I mean? You gotta do more.
Yeah, you're right. Because you know, one thing I hate is to go to pay money to go to a show and to get there and see. I'm expecting to get a show. You know, I mean, I know I might can't get all the things I want, the explosives in the back and all that stuff. I might not be able to get that, but you know, I mean, I don't want to see somebody walking around just standing there. You know, I would like to see a performance, you know, to come out and enjoy a show. So kudos to you for that. When it comes down to the business aspect of it, let's talk about the importance of learning the business part of it, because, you know, I'm not going to downplay the artistry part of it, you know, but if you're blessed with a gift, you know, it's not as hard as somebody who's just trying to learn how to do it. You know, when you're blessed with a talent to sing and, you know, be an amazing songwriter, those are gifts that you're blessed with. But, you know, when it comes to getting into this entertainment business, you know, that's why it's called the entertainment business. So can we talk about some of the things that you've learned with getting into this business, about the business side of it and the importance of understanding the business, your publishing, your writers, paperwork, being registered, having your songs registered properly. You know, can we talk about some of those challenges?
Yeah. So the business side is definitely something something that you're going to hit, regardless of if you're just starting or you've been doing it for a long time. That's just something that it is evident. It's just going to be there. To be honest, it's definitely really important. Things like registering your songs, copywriting. If you don't copyright your stuff, someone else can literally take it and make it theirs, and there's nothing you can do because you don't have any proof, you know, stuff like that. As well as, let's see, interviews. If you're booking interviews, you need to be careful who you're speaking to, because there's a lot of scams out there. In this business, it's a lot of scams, and you never know who is going to be really authentic and who is not. You know, most of the time when people are asking for money, it's usually a scam, especially if it's a large amount of money, because I've been through that, and it's not real. Let me tell you, I've been with various people who will say, we're going to bring you to Capitol Records and you're going to be able to spit your game as long as you pay like $3,000. And I'm just like, since when does that happen? You know, it's not a thing. Trust me, it's not a thing. So stuff like that, you really watch out for. Yeah.
So through those experiences, you know, I'm not gonna say it's good you went through those experiences, but you know, going through those experiences, at least you understand and know things to look out for or whatever. Right. Because the business part of it is 90% business, and it is important. And understanding the business side of it helps you to be able to get paid properly, to have your songs registered and you know, uploaded the proper way, you know, on the right platforms. You know, all of those things are important. How important is it to you though when it comes down to selecting tracks or the right tracks? Can we talk about the creative process for you when it comes down to that, and how involved you are with the creative process when it comes down to picking tracks and actually putting these songs together?
Yeah, so I would say 95% in control of what I put out, and I'm so proud to say that. There's a lot of artists that don't have a lot of control over their music or how their music videos are going to be, or the types of visions that they have in their head. They're just going to keep in their head because the people who are, you know, managing them don't like it. For me, it's very easy. Whatever comes to my head, I can do. Literally. So usually the way my process starts as far as working on a song, nowadays I usually look or accidentally get an instrumental, and after I listen to it, within 5 to 10 seconds I will know if I like it or not. And if I like it, then words will start to flow and my brain will start to cook. And I'll start coming up with some great hooks, even good verses. And sometimes the fastest song I've probably ever written is within 5 minutes of hearing the instrumental. So sometimes it can be a little longer than that, but it's never really taken me that long actually to write a song.
Wow.
So yeah. It's pretty quick for me. I don't know why. It's just something that I've always done. And actually I have over 300 songs that I've actually written myself from when I was probably 12 when I first started writing my music. And I still have it. It's somewhere in here.
That's dope though. Over 300 in the archive. That's really dope. To, you know,
a lot of those songs were, I don't know if I would record them today, but I think that those were like, it was used as an outlet for me. You know, some of it did have instrumentals. Now, a lot of that music there was just off my head. I never had instrumentals. I had melodies in my head. and I
Right.
wrote them down and structured them and everything. Like, so I probably never record those, but they were just an outlet for me. Yeah. But as far as like recording now, once I get the lyrics down and I got the structure good, I'll start thinking of like different ad libs or harmonies or just
Mhm.
add-ons in general. So when I record it, I have an idea of what else I want to put in it. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that well because sometimes I can't think of it at the moment.
Right.
So usually at that point, once we get into the whole, after it's been recorded, I will usually go with my engineer. He mixes and masters all that out, and he will usually have some ideas himself as far as harmonies and structure and any other things that he might think is good for the song to add into it.
Right.
So that's what happens with that. And then we get it mixed and mastered and it's good to go. And I set up, usually sometimes I like to jump the gun though. So sometimes I will put out a date and the song's not even done yet.
Are you serious?
I've done that. Yes, because I get so excited. I
You
get
just want
really excited
somebody to
about
hear
the
it.
songs.
I definitely
Forget Me. Oh my god. Yeah.
Definitely.
Forget Me, my newest single, I had it for a long time. And I was just like, we gotta go, we gotta do it, we gotta do it. And that was probably one of the fastest songs I ever put out, was that one. Because I was just like, it's so good.
Right. What would you say, who are some of your musical influences that influence you?
Well, I was born in the 90s. I love the 90s. And I listened to a lot of people that were prior to me being born. So because my parents, I kind of got woven into that. People like artists like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Aaliyah. That's a big one for me. I have to put that in there. She's like one of the biggest inspirations. And I think
I get that. You kind of got that
Right.
Aaliyah thing going on a little bit too. I kind of picked up on that. I like it.
When I think I was like 9 or 10, somewhere around there, I was at my aunt's house and my parents were having their wedding. And my aunt, she had a poster of Aaliyah's self-titled album on the wall. And I was like, who is that? She goes, that's Aaliyah. And I was like, I'm in my head like, I want to be like that. And ever since then, it's just music, her, like, she's like a huge inspiration for my music, definitely. Other people, what I would say current would be maybe Ariana Grande. She's definitely a tough competitor. Like, she's up there. So I would definitely say there's a little bit of that in there too. And Kehlani, definitely.
Right. All amazing influences, and can definitely hear those influences within your music as well. Talk to me like how you where in the space that you're in right now, how do your parents feel about your music and the music that you're actually putting together? How are they feeling about the music these days?
Well, as far as like my music,
Yeah, your music.
or just music. Okay.
Your music.
They're very supportive of anything that I put out, because they know I have a good head of I have a good head on my shoulders, so I'm not gonna be like all over the place and doing things that are a little too out there.
Right.
I like to mix it up a little bit, but I don't go too far into the other side. I don't really knock that side. So yeah, they definitely love Forget Me. My mom told me that when my dad heard Forget Me, he was just like, my mom was like, he's saying words that she's never heard before. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she was like, he just digs the song. I was like, yes.
Right.
I was like, I do too.
Right. So it's important to you, it's safe to say, with having your parents' approval on liking your music and the things that
Yeah.
that you put out there in the world. Um,
Mhm.
when it comes down to style, one thing I did pick up and notice that you're definitely into fashion heavy, and you do kind of have your own style. How important is
Mhm.
that to you, being a key element in your branding?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I like to express myself with the things that I wear. And sometimes I like to be edgy.
Mhm.
Sometimes I like to be more on the sultry, hot side. Sometimes I'm minimal. Like I literally my wardrobe, I have almost every type of clothing for any situation. So I'm good to go with any event that's coming up because I got it. Yeah. So
I
I
noticed it's a lot of work that you put into it, makeup and all of that. With being a female artist in a male dominated industry, um, you know, in the industry, they do, because we've seen this happen numerous of times. You have a lot of people that come out of the Disney branding, and
yeah.
they have to convert over to more of, because we know, let's be clear,
Oh, yeah.
sex
Yeah.
sales. um how far, with your branding, are you willing to take it, if it's safe to say? Because I know, there is a line that some people are willing to cross, because they're that desperate to be famous or whatever. We're seeing it now, seeing a shift, I think. I've been around long enough to, in this business, to see the shift and see how artists seem to come in, be on the more lighty side. And then as they get deeper into their career, we see them kind of going,
Mhm.
drifting off to the dark side a little bit. We're like, well, dang, get your butt cheeks out now. I mean, I didn't, I didn't, you
Uh,
know, how, are you in tune with all of that as well?
when I meant like how other people go to that other side, that what I was talking about not too long ago, that other
Mhm.
side I don't go to. That's the part I said I wouldn't go to.
Right.
I definitely don't want to go too far. Like I can get on the edge as far as like, I would say maybe tease as far as like sultry goes,
Right.
but I wouldn't go too far past that because it gets into a whole nother world that I don't want to be a part of.
Right. Right. I absolutely
I mean,
understand that.
I'm pretty shy person, so that's just
You
not
know,
me. It's never been me.
right. I mean, I don't, some people, I don't know, uh, may be less talented, and that side of their branding is a
Mhm.
little bit more important than the
Yeah.
substance of the music or whatever it may be, because a lot of people garner fans, off of sex appeal and things of that nature or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it's dope that you have boundaries, and you kind of scale it back
Mhm.
when it comes down to walking out there with a thong on, or
That.
whatever. And no, like I say, no knock to that, because I guess
Yeah.
I guess it's good to have balance and have that too. It's
Yeah.
just that
Yeah. Definitely.
seeing a little cheek every now and then. You know
And
what I
when you
mean?
get to yeah, when you get to that side, there's a lot of other things that you don't want that you're gonna end up jumping into, and
Yeah.
I don't want no part of it. No, thank you.
Right.
No,
Right.
they end up in the fast lane. They go from fast to slow, very slow. No, I'm okay.
Right.
I'm good.
So okay. So let's so you got this. Let's say let's go out there. You got this $2 million contract and
Mhm.
on the table. But I need you. I want you to go out here and perform this. Perform "Forget Me." um, with whatever they may be thinking or whatever, that wouldn't be the most important thing. You wouldn't sacrifice, compromise your beliefs for, that form of contract.
Honestly, that's going to have to be said within the contract, because if it's not in the contract, then there's a problem.
Right.
I don't like
I wanted to throw that out
Yeah,
there, because a lot of people say a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The deal with that bread hit the
true.
table.
That's true. That is
Bread
true.
at the table, you'd be like, well, my circumstances, and I'm not knocking nobody for going to get your bread. I'm not knocking it. Everybody got
Yeah,
their
I know. Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's pretty cool right there. I had to ask you that.
I mean, I go on the side of the whole tea sultry thing, but nothing like that.
Right. Let me ask you this. Who are some of the people that you would be interested in working with? Any bucket list people or anything like that?
Mario and Neo. And I love Mario's music.
I love Mario dope.
It's like, oh, so good. Females. If I had to pick like style, like if it wasn't with style, I'd probably say Ariana Grande, but we got two different styles, so it probably wouldn't mix. So I would say Kalani or Kiana Lede.
That's dope. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
They're dope. This question with being a female artist in this business, why do you think that it's such a difficulty with women artists working together? It seems like there's some form of division there, or I understand that this is a competitive business, but it's a lot of people that I would love to see work together. I just don't think that it'll ever happen. Why do you think that women are put more at odds than to get together and create this amazing experience? Because you know how dope it would be to see a Cardi B, Meg Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, all these different amazing artists just go on this amazing women tour, just go kill it. Like, why do you think why is it's such a fog there?
Well, I think as far as the female rap game, everybody wants to be the queen of rap. Like they want to be the top don. So there's a lot of jealousy and there's a lot of hate and like you said, competitiveness. But people take it to the point where they don't want to be friends with anybody, and they just get to the top and be the only person at the top. I don't. It's not really that way with singers per se,
right?
But the rap game, only for the female rap game, that's definitely like that.
Yeah, it's very, very sad. It really, really is. It's very sad.
I mean, they're all talented.
Yeah, I mean, tremendously talented. You know what I mean? And I think that this game is big enough, and I think that it's not fair to the fans. I don't think that it's really fair to the fans, because why couldn't they be this amazing women tour with singers and the guys do it all the time? That
would be huge. Like really,
my point, and would sell out in a heartbeat. Like, so that lets you know right there that it's not even really about the money, and it will sell out, guaranteed.
Ego.
So it's definitely ego. It's definitely deeper than that. It's deeper than the money. You know what I mean? So now you got this amazing single, which I absolutely love, which is in heavy rotation. Forget Me. I wanna talk about that a little bit, because I feel like it comes from personal experience, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would like to talk about the space that idea come from, and was it from a personal experience?
It definitely was from an experience. That song basically wraps up my entire childhood. You know, as I said earlier, I was bullied. A lot of people did not believe that I would be where I am now, or me even progressing past this to something bigger, you know? And I felt like this was not only a song for me, but for other people who are in the same situation as me, who, you know, don't have a lot of people who believe in them, or who have not believed in them in the past, and then just decided to leave them for whatever reason, you know, and leave them behind to go do whatever they wanted to do and left them there, you know? So I felt like this was going to be a huge anthem, not just for me, but for everyone else that was in the same situation as me, you know?
Right. Definitely. And the visual for the video now, you know, because you are hands-on with so many layers of your branding and everything, and which is another thing that I absolutely admire about you is, you know, you're such a creative. And let's talk about that process too, because I've interviewed so many different people, and you know, it was even mentioned that sometimes, you know, being so involved kind of takes away from the videography creative side by not allowing them to create, because you're just so involved, you know what I mean? Like, let's talk about that aspect of actually putting this video together.
Yeah. So for this music video, which is not out yet, but it's going to be coming out really soon, I'm still working on another video. I like to say, if you can do it yourself, go ahead and do it. And I could do this myself, so I decided to do it. I flew to Connecticut because that's my hometown, and I wanted this song to symbolize my past and all the places that I've been to, all the schools I went to, and really hone in on expressing the idea that I had for the song was, you know, all these schools that I went to, all the people and all the faces that I've seen, all the people that didn't think that I wasn't going to be anybody, all the people who bullied me and tore me down. I am somebody, I'm becoming somebody, and I'm going to keep going, you know? Right. So that was one thing that I did for the video. And I did film it myself. Now, let me tell you, if you're going to do it by yourself, get ready for a lot of work, because it was a lot of work. Sometimes it was frustrating because I use my DSLR, and with a DSLR, the one that I have, it doesn't have a feedback. So I can't flip it so I could see while I'm filming. So I would have to put in a spot that I think is good. I'd focus in on it first. I'd go in front of the camera, do a little test, go behind the camera, look and see if it's good. If it's not good, I got to do it again and again and again until I get it.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I have to sit there and do the whole song for 3 minutes, doing whatever I was going to do, then go back and see if it looks good, and then go to the next song. It was just, it took me, okay, so I went to Connecticut. Yeah, it took a while. I went to Connecticut, and my original plan was to go to New York with my family and film it in New York, but it didn't work out that way. So 2 weeks after I came back from Connecticut, I went back just to do the video myself, because I was just like, this is not working. I got to do it myself. Like, it's stuff, I sometimes certain things make me really frustrated at times. So if it's not getting done with someone else and I know I can do it, I like to take charge and do it myself.
Right. Which is not a bad, but that's not a bad attribute to have. I mean, you know, the willingness and the things done, you know, I definitely understand that, because time management is very, very important, especially when you got a projected date that you actually want to get the project out there, you know, and sometimes people be dragging a leg, you know, and you know, when it happens like that, you know, I'm like that myself, you know, when I'm trying to get things done. And you said that you were going to get something done in you know the time that you need to get it done, and I don't foresee that happening, then I got to do what I got to do. I'm not going to allow somebody to hold up my process.
I don't like to sit on things. That's my thing. It's just like, if we have the capabilities to do it, why are we still sitting here? You know,
Right.
Like I go. Ask my parents. Ever since I was little, I just go. My dad's like, you're gonna burn out one day, and I think I probably did when I graduated high school for a couple months, but I was back at it after that, and I haven't stopped since.
Let me ask you this. You know, we're living in a cyber era now, and you know, social media, place where social media is really, really important in the world, and all of this stuff. You know, with you being in tune with social media and utilizing those tools to as an artist to promote your music and put your stuff out there, your brand out there, or whatever. How important is social media to your brand?
Nowadays, social media is almost everything. Like, if you start a business, you gotta have social media, because that's what everyone uses nowadays to look up anything.
Right.
There's no such thing as a phone book. And if there is a phone book, people are not using it because it's the
I
internet.
can tell you the last time, man, it's something that you even said, a phone book. I don't even remember. I don't even think I can't remember the last time I even seen a phone book.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Phone book.
I don't remember either.
You know, it just hit me that you said that, though, because now if you really think about and remember the phone book, they actually had everybody's address and number in the phone book alphabetically. That's dope. Can you? You just took me back. I'm sorry.
I remember using it one time when I was in middle school to look up. I think it was a dentist or something. I don't remember, but yeah, it's been a long time. Long time.
Wow, you just got me. You got me. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm thinking now. I remember the phone book being this big, and then as time went on, I started to see it kind of
smaller
to the version of it. And then we start heading off into the internet and all that stuff. So wow, it's just amazing looking back on how far we've come. But yeah, so you said that the social media is very, very important, which, you know, it's a gift and a curse as well, because you know, it's not going to be all love on there either.
There's a lot, like, it's just like, you know, it's just like the world. Like, you go outside, you decide to wear one thing, everyone's going to have an opinion. Same thing on the internet. Whatever you post on the internet, someone's going to have an opinion over. You know, and another thing, there's some people that will post things on the internet and then get mad because people decide to put their input into whatever you put online. If you don't want someone talking or giving an opinion at all, don't put it online, because technically you basically gave everyone else a right to write whatever they want about you. Right.
Facts.
You can go on blocking people, but sooner or later you're gonna tap out probably. There's too many people on the internet. But yeah, I definitely use it as a tool with everything that I do, including my website and Google, YouTube. I don't use Twitter that much, but I'm trying to get into that, but I don't really understand. I don't really understand Twitter like that. So.
Right.
Most of the time it's Instagram, technically. My boyfriend says I'm on it too much. So, yeah.
But you're an artist. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, technically I use it to brand myself and to reach as many people as I can. I also use Instagram ads too. That's definitely a big one that anybody who's trying to grow their page use. Now, mind you, if you don't set your settings right, it will eat your money quick. And every $250 is the cap. So once you hit $250, they charge a card and then they start it over. So make sure that you put the states that you want to use and for how long and everything, because trust me, it will go quick if you just put anything. That's happened to me a couple times. I'm like, I gotta fix this.
You and me both, man. I've been through that because the it can be misleading in a way because the way that
Mhm.
it's set up, you're like, oh yeah, they give you the option $20. Yeah, we're gonna give
Mhm.
you a little $20 weekly promo or whatever, blah blah blah, and then it's a reoccurring thing.
Yeah,
And keep
yeah,
on.
it is.
If
Mhm.
so it's really
They
really
won't stop
important.
until you stop it, right?
And see, and
Um,
that's the catch. They don't
yeah.
put that in there. That clause.
No, no, no.
It's like, oh, $20 a week. Yeah, I ain't
Mhm.
tripping on that, man. Let me run with that. And then you look up and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Why was my card hit for 240? What?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't even reach that many people.
yeah. And it also gets charged up too. It depends on the interaction with the post. So like if someone clicks on it,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get charged for that, even if they don't follow your page. So it's technically based off the interaction of the post, and that's
Right.
what you pay for.
I see that, and that's a good message
Yeah.
for people to know, is just to understand. It's all about just having an understanding. All those tools are can be used and be effective, but it's just good to understand before you start putting your card information out there or whatever. Understand what you're doing. Let me ask you this. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead on and get some shout outs. Get some shout outs to your loved ones, your fans, family, business partners. Anybody you want to give some flowers right now while they are still here. I think it's very important to do that. Let's go ahead on and show them some love.
I just want to thank everybody who's tuning in right now. I'm very happy that you guys are checking this out. I want to thank, actually, there's a couple people here from Loom. I'm very excited about that because it's a great platform to use. It's for independent artists who want to put money in their pocket. And I personally use it myself. And I'm just really glad that a lot of the Loom family has come. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting.
Absolutely. What could we, do we have a projective date on when we're going to be able to get this amazing video? Because I'm tired of being teased and seeing teasers and whatever. I'm really frustrated with that. I'm waiting on it. And can you give us some information on it?
Okay, so my original plan was, now I have a single that I released prior to Forget Me, which was called Tangler. It was supposed to be kind of island vibe. I had this whole plan for it, and it just completely went into shambles. I had to restart all over, come up with a new idea, which is actually not that bad for the song itself. But the fact that I had to start over after like 2-3 months of trying to get the video together, it just didn't work.
Right.
So hopefully this time it'll be a lot faster. And I'm not going to give a date for the video because I want to. Oh, I'm so sorry. I really, really, really want it to go in a sequence. There's a process for everything, and I don't want to just jump to the next thing just because the other one wasn't working. You know what I mean? Like, I have it, it's done. Like, I have it on my computer. But, I just want to do Tangler first, get that done, and then Forget Me will come. And I have lots of good music coming out.
Absolutely.
Including a good banger. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. It's called Energy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a female. Trust me. It's for those females out there. It's like empowerment. You're going to like it.
Wow. Well, I know one thing. If I don't have the exclusive, if I don't have this song, if you walk outside, you see a black van parked out there. It ain't good. Just know that they're coming to get the single.
Oh, okay. Nah, you're good. You're good. You're under there. Trust me. You're one of them. You're gonna get it early, just like a couple others. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be right for me to not ask you about this before we get out of here. For people who don't know or were wondering, can we talk about this amazing vibe show opportunity and experience? Can we talk about that? In case people don't know, Eva is part of the Vibe team and a part of the Vibe family. She plays a major role. This is my right hand right here. So can we talk about that experience?
Yeah, it was definitely like spur the moment type of thing, and honestly, it was a great opportunity. Um, I'm now part of the Vibe Show, so I'm very excited about that. It's a new stepping stone. Yeah, yeah, and I'm basically in charge of online operations and overseeing the company and all the new artists that they're going to be introducing and interviewing and giving spotlights to. So I'm very excited for this new chapter. Definitely.
Absolutely, and it's been a breath of fresh air having you on board. I mean, like you really work very, very hard, and I feel like you know, the decision to bring you on board in that space that you're in right now was definitely an amazing choice, and I'm so glad and thankful to have you a part of the Vibe family and the Vibe team. So thank you so much again for being a part of the family and the movement, because we have seen increase since you have been on board. So for y'all that don't know, Eva is a part of the Vibe family, and she runs stuff over there. So y'all try to make some things happen or whatever, y'all gonna have to go through Eve to get it. Get it. Listen,
guys.
Okay, so you know, we know we got new music coming. We got energy coming. We got Forget Me out now on all platforms. Along with Tangler is out on all platforms. So you guys make sure that y'all get connected and go and run it up for my sis on those amazing singles that's out right now. And we do have the music right now. In case you guys were wondering, we got it in heavy rotation on the Vibe Show 97.9 too. So you guys could also, if you want to hear that or request these amazing singles, you can request Tangler and you can request Forget Me right now on the Vibe Show 97.9. All you got to do is simply log on to our official radio station website, and that's at www.thevibeshow979.net, and go request those singles right now. You can request them. Go run it up for right now. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. These are some bangers. I love them. Let me let's go on and put the social platforms and ways that people can actually connect with you if they're trying to work with you, do work, maybe need features, maybe need you on some hooks, whatever they're trying to do. How can these people get connected? Let's give them that information.
Okay, so my Instagram is EVA CONSTANCE Music. My Twitter is official Eva C. My Facebook is also EVA CONSTANCE Music. My website is evaconstancemusic.com. Let's see, is there anything else? On Loom, it's EVA CONSTANCE. On YouTube, it's EVA CONSTANCE Vivo. And yeah, I think that's about it for right now.
Absolutely. Shout out to YSKAZ3L. Shout out to Roman Stewart. Shout out to the Queen, Monique Marie. And shout out to my sis, I am Dominique. All these people showing my special guest so much love, and everybody else that is tuning in and listening right now. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to all of you guys. Before we get out of here, for anybody that may be going through tough times, whether it be have felt a bullying experience, or you know, because it's been so much that's been going on out here in the world, like it's just so much going on at one time. Anybody that may be low in spirit or whatever and just need some words of encouragement or some uplift or whatever, can you give them some words of uplift before we get out of here?
Yeah, so just remember who your family is. Try to stay close to those who support you and want to help you and don't want to tear you down. Anybody that's negative in your life, take them out, because they're not helping you. They're dragging you down and they're keeping you in a box. You don't want to be in a box. I've been in a box before and it's not fun at all. At all. Yeah, just get lots of support from those who are going to help you and really want you to succeed in life. And just keep pushing. Don't give up, because that moment you give up, you're going to have an opportunity and you can be like, dang, I wasn't ready for it. Don't let it be you. Always be ready. Stay ready.
Facts.
Stay ready.
Y'all heard it right here from the one and only Eva Constance. Y'all make sure that y'all stay ready, stay prayed up. Listen, I know everybody, I know everybody posting they outside and all that stuff or whatever, and that's great. I'm glad everybody outside and all that, and things are opening back up or whatever. But at the same time, we still have the virus is still out there, and along with another variant out there as well. So just make sure that if you are vaccinated, great. If you're not vaccinated, just continue to protect yourself and take the necessary measures to be protected. You know what I mean? Because people are still dying from COVID. So it is serious. I'm glad everybody's having a good time and stuff like that. But let's also keep in mind the importance of still protecting yourself and our awareness of what's going on out here in the world. So take care of yourself. Also, right now, if you are not subscribed to the Vibe Show 97.9, I don't know what are you doing, but we would love to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications for more exclusive interviews that we have on the way. Y'all already know how we do it, though. It ain't no secret. But subscribe to the Vibe Show 97.9 official YouTube channel. Also, again, if you would like to check out Forget Me or Tangler, Eva Constance right now is in heavy rotation on the Vibe Show 97.9. Log on to our exclusive radio station official website. That's at www.thevibeshow979.net, and go over there and hit that request and put that request in and request those singles right now. Also, we are in the App Store, so you can download the Vibe Show 97.9 mobile app, available in the Google App Store. Yes, we are in there, so there's no excuses. We're all over. Go and get that app, and you can jam. You can keep it with you 24/7. Take the Vibe family with you 24/7, man. Thank y'all all for all of the support and all the love that you guys give us on a regular basis. We love y'all so much. Eva, let's put those social platforms out there one more time for anybody that may have missed it.
Yeah, so if you want to connect with me on a music level, on a friend level, on a support level, any type of level, I'm on Instagram, EVA CONSTANCE Music, Twitter, official Eva C, YouTube, and Facebook. YouTube is EVA CONSTANCE Vivo. Facebook is EVA CONSTANCE Music, and my website, evaconstancemusic.com. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And if you guys are trying to, many artists out there or creators, you guys are trying to get connected with the Vibe Show or get on the show, Eva is over stations operations. So y'all make sure that y'all get at her. And I think that it's Eva Constance. What is it? Eva the Vibe Show. What is that page?
Vibe Show 97.9. Yes.
Eva the Vibe Show 97.9. Y'all get connected over there on the gram, and she can answer all of your questions and get you guys in the mix. Again, we love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. I know we got to get back to the grind tomorrow, but y'all try to relax and enjoy the rest of it. Thank you so much. Eva, you already know we love you. You know what the vibe is. Ain't no sense of playing games. Family. You know what I mean? We love you so much, and we are very, very proud of you. So the grind don't stop. You guys make sure that y'all be on the lookout for more amazing things that's coming from Eva. It's definitely going down. Trust me. You will see us. We out here. We love y'all. It's the Vibe Show 97.9 with my special guest, the one and only, the very lovely, the very talented Eva Constance. We out of here. We love y'all. Peace.
Bye.
I swear this week got me in this bitch feeling good. I swear this week got me in this bitch feeling good. I swear this week got me in this bitch feeling good. I swear this week got me in this bitch feeling good. I swear this week got me in this bitch feeling good. I swear this week got me in this bitch feeling good.
This shit feels so good to me. I swear Sweat feels so good to me. I mean, float on.